Hello students, today we are going to start chapter number 6, that is beginning of freedom movement. With the spread of English education, there was spread of new thoughts, ideas and philosophy. Educated Indians started introducing social, religious and economic reformation in the Indian society. Due to various movements held in different parts of India, the situation was created to build a political organization at all Indian level. Centralization of administration during British rule. The implementation of identical reforms and equal law all over the country, the feeling of nationalism developed among Indians. British developed network of roads, railways for the smooth administration and quick movement of army. But it helped Indians too. People from various parts of country came in contact and communication was increased. And thus, the feeling of nationalism was increased. Economic exploitation. Due to imperialist policy of British rulers, the farmers were forced to cultivate cash crops, increase in land revenue. Continuous famines destroyed the Indian agriculture. Due to cheap available machine-made goods, the Indian cottage industries were declined, which led to increase in unemployment. Capitalists exploited workers, various new taxes imposed on middle class. This led to increasing discontent among the Indian people. Western education. With the spread of English education, the new ideas such as justice, liberty, democracy, etc. were introduced to Indians. The principles like scientific attitude, humanity, nationalism were accepted by the Indians. The peoples were now confident that they can carry out the work of country and its progress is possible by following these principles. Due to English language, Indian got a new medium of communication. Study of ancient Indian history. The Asiatic Society was established at Bengal by the British. Many Indians and Western scholars started studying Indian culture. Many books in Sanskrit, Persian and in other languages were examined and research was published. Dr. Bhaudaji Lad and Dr. Ramkrishna Gopal Bhandarkar made detailed study of Indian culture. They understood that we were blessed with glorious ancient tradition. Indians realized the sense of identity. The Bhandarkar Oriental Research Institute is working since 100 years in Pune. Contribution of newspapers. In this period, political and social awakening took place through English and vernacular newspapers and periodicals. Vernacular means languages of local people. Newspapers like Amrit Bazar Patrika, Kesri, Darpan, Prabhakar, Hindu, Maratha, etc. They started criticizing British policies through these newspapers. Establishment of Indian National Congress. On 28 December 1885, the first session of Indian National Congress was held at Gokuldas Tejpal Sanskrit School in Mumbai. 72 delegates from different provinces participated the session. Delegates means representatives. Omesh Chandra Banerjee, the famous lawyer from Kolkata, was the president of this session. Sir Alan Hume, a British officer, took lead and the Indian National Congress was established. The Congress demands were sent to British like to increase proportion of Indians in administration, to reduce military expenses of the British government. Objectives of the Indian National Congress: to make people forget the differences in religions, caste, race, languages, geographical territories, and bring them together to understand each other's problems and increase the feeling of unity among people, to take efforts for development of country were the objectives of Indian National Congress. Moderate phase, that is from 1885 to 1905. The leaders of Indian National Congress were highly educated. They insisted in strengthening of organization consistently. They believed in constitutional methods. They had a hope that British would give justice if they demand through constitutional methods. Firoz Shah Mehta, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Surendranath Banerjee were the moderate leaders. In the session of Indian National Congress, they put forward the following resolutions represented in provincial legislature like jobs for educated Indians, cutting down military expenses, separation of legislature and judiciary system, etc. Thus, British implemented the policy of divide and rule to split the national movement. Extremist phase, that is 1905 to 1920. All Indian leaders kept away their differences and gathered on a single platform of Indian National Congress. There were decisions without any differences regarding objectives of Congress and taking forward the movement by constitutional way. But due to their working system and ideological differences, two political groups were formed. The moderates, who believed in peaceful way, and the extremists believed in severe struggle to attain freedom. Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Lala Lajpat Rai and Bipin Chandra Pal were believed to be extremist leaders. To bring political awakening, extremist leaders used methods like newspapers, national festivals, and national education. Lokmanya Tilak criticized the suppressive policy of British through Kesari and Maratha newspapers. Amrit Bazar Patrika played an important role in Bengal province. To bring awareness in people, Tilak started organizing Shiv Jayanti and Ganesh Utsav publicly. Tilak believed that if people come together for political reasons, the government will ban them, but government will not ban them for religious reasons. In Mandale prison, Tilak wrote Gita Rahasya, which throwed light on philosophy of Karma Yoga. Extremist leaders established educational institutions to create awareness about own language and culture. They believed that if maximum people participates in freedom's movement and challenge British government, then only will able to achieve the freedom. According to them, the movement should become more severe, insisted for public agitation, but did not adopt armed revolution. In 1897, Pune was suffering from the epidemics of plague. Hundreds of people died. Rand was appointed as plague commissioner of the city. To search infected plague patients, military was sent. They started harassing local peoples, especially Indian women. Thus, in anger, the Chapekar brothers killed Rand. Government tried to connect Tilak with this incident, but they were unsuccessful. But still, they arrested Tilak to take revenge for this incident. Partition of Bengal. The partition of Bengal means divide and rule policy of the British. The increasing unity among the Indian people made the British feel very insecure. They started using various tactics to bring about hatreds and misunderstanding among the Indian people. One of this was divide and rule. To create more tension among the Indian people, the British adopted the policy of divide and rule on the Hindu and Muslim population in Bengal. In 1905, Lord Curzon announced the partition of Bengal, East Bengal for the Muslims and West Bengal for the Hindus. The reason stated was for better administration of the two provinces. The people, however, were well aware that the real reason behind was to divide Indian people on basis of religion. The Indians were unhappy with this and they strongly opposed.